It's
yeah.
pretty heavy.
His fight with Dricus is going to be
Very interesting.
yeah.
Dricus is scary. That's a guy who's so big for 85.
The way he looked against I counted. I
Whittaker.
didn't give him a chance against Robert Whittaker, and boy was I wrong.
Well, also that's after he got his deviated
got his
septum
nose done.
surgery, which
Yeah.
I think, it's a big factor.
Yeah.
Being able to breathe out of your nose.
You can't breathe, you can't fight.
Yeah, but it's like Dricus looks awkward when he
Yeah.
fight. He
Yeah.
moves different,
Yeah.
but that movement and that awkwardness makes him difficult to time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like his timing is off.
Yeah.
And if you don't have anybody that can imitate that kind of stutter step motion
Yeah.
that he does,
Yeah.
Joe Rogan has just reacted to the intense training footage of Dricus Du Plessis ahead of his fight with Khamzat Chimaev. Du Plessis is fully locked into a grueling training camp in Pretoria, South Africa, preparing for the high-stakes showdown. His team is heavily focused on takedown defense, scrambling drills, and boosting cardio endurance to withstand Chimaev's relentless wrestling pressure. In addition, Du Plessis has spent time in Thailand sharpening his striking, specifically working on crisp counters and punishing body shots aimed at slowing Chimaev down early in the fight. His coaches believe the key to victory lies in staying calm under pressure and dragging Chimaev into deep waters. They've brought in high-level grapplers to replicate Khamzat's style and are placing a strong emphasis on pace control. Knowing that Dricus tends to get stronger as the fight progresses, confidence in the camp is high, with Du Plessis believing he has the experience, heart, and unorthodox style to give Chimaev the toughest test of his career. Moreover, Reinier de Ridder recently shared his thoughts on the upcoming clash between Dricus Du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev, suggesting that many fans are underestimating Du Plessis. He acknowledged that, at first glance, Dricus's fighting style may appear wild or unorthodox, but emphasized that it's actually deceptive. According to de Ridder, Du Plessis possesses a unique ability to adapt mid-fight and consistently find a way to victory, regardless of how the fight starts.
Predictions?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are underestimating Dricus right now. If you look at fights they've had, it looks a bit sloppy when Dricus fights, but he always gets them. He gets better.
De Ridder also expressed confidence in Du Plessis' chances of surviving Chimaev's early onslaught. He believes that if Dricus can withstand the pressure in the opening rounds, he's more than capable of turning the tide and taking control as the fight progresses. In fact, de Ridder sees a real possibility of Du Plessis securing a late stoppage, potentially even in the championship rounds. However, he remained grounded, noting that the outcome will ultimately remain uncertain until the cage door closes.
He can survive that early onslaught of Khamzat. So I think Dricus can pull the win out. Maybe a late finish, 4th or 5th round. But we'll see.
However, Joe Rogan described Dricus Du Plessis as a scary middleweight, highlighting his size, strength, and unpredictable fighting style. He admitted he didn't expect Du Plessis to defeat Robert Whittaker, especially before his nasal surgery, which significantly improved his breathing and cardio. Rogan explained that Dricus's awkward movement and stutter-step rhythm throw off opponents, making him difficult to time and prepare for. This unpredictability, combined with his improved endurance, makes Du Plessis a serious threat in the division. Moreover, Darren Till praised Dricus Du Plessis for his work ethic and unconventional style, describing him as a tough fighter to figure out. However, he still predicts Khamzat Chimaev will win quickly, likely securing a stoppage within 2 rounds. Till mentioned that he recently spoke with Chimaev and knows he's taking the challenge. seriously, but remains confident that Khamzat's power and relentless pace will be too much for Du Plessis early in the fight.
I'm, with respect, I'm never going to look past Dricus because trains hard, he's super dedicated, he's super strong, and he's got that awkward style that doesn't make any sense. I think Khamzat will beat him inside the 2 rounds. I really do believe that. But look, Khamzat knows. I was speaking to Khamzat on the FaceTime the other day because I'm meant to be going out to Dubai to help with the camp. Khamzat knows it's a tough fight, but you know, Khamzat seems like a beast. I do think Khamzat gets it in 2 rounds.
Ariel Helwani described Du Plessis as a slow starter who gradually finds his rhythm as the fight progresses. He explained that Dricus tends to study his opponents early on, then makes adjustments and steadily turns the tide. Helwani believes that even if Chimaev dominates the early rounds, Du Plessis has the ability to adapt and take control in the later stages of the fight.
Deep water and he figures it out. And I think it's like a learning lesson for him and all this.
However, Dricus Du Plessis has been fully focused on sharpening his skills for Chimaev through high-intensity sessions centered on cardio, grappling defense, and striking accuracy. His coaches are guiding him through specific scenarios he may encounter in the cage, ensuring that every session builds both his physical strength and mental sharpness. Moreover, Ilia Topuria gave credit to both fighters, highlighting Chimaev's aggressive finish-first mentality and Du Plessis's grit. Though friendly with both men, Topuria said he's simply looking forward to a high-level clash between two dangerous contenders and hopes to see both perform at their best.
Savage. He calls him savage. He calls him his shots. He finishes his opponents. When he goes inside the octagon, you know that that guy goes for the finish. He's not looking for the decision. That's why I respect Khamzat. He's a So he deserves to fight for the title as soon as possible. We're gonna have an amazing fight because I love Dricus Du Plessis. He's a great human being. I have a great relationship with him. I have a great relationship with Khamzat also. But as a fan of mixed martial arts, it's gonna be a very excited fight. I hope the best man wins.
Demetrius Johnson warned that if Chimaev doesn't finish the fight early, his pace could slow down. He recalled previous fights where Khamzat appeared to fade in the later rounds. Johnson also pointed out Du Plessis's awkward movement and long reach, which could frustrate Chimaev and give Dricus the opportunity to take control as the fight progresses.
But yeah.
Bet.
But yeah.
Bet. Let's say he does get him down.
Yep.
And he doesn't finish him, right? I think he spins. Because you look at his fights. You look when he fought Gilbert Burns, when he fought Kamaru Usman. He had Kamaru Usman fully mounted, back hooks and everything, right?
Yep.
Working for the choke, pounding him, could not finish him.
Couldn't get him.
The rest of the time, he could not find it was shadow boxer. Granted, he might be sick or whatever.
Yep.
But if he cannot figure it out within those first 2 rounds or the first round he gets him down, I think DDP is gonna do what he does best.
Yep.
He's gonna be awkward. He's gonna be do the kicks, and I think DDP is gonna beat him.
Yeah.
Like
I
think Khamzat Chimaev is more athletic, more traditional. But I think that awkwardness of the what did you say? The lanky man style.
Yep.
I think DDP is gonna.
I think DDP is going to do what he does best: be awkward, use his kicks, and just make things uncomfortable. I believe DDP is going to beat him. Sure, Khamzat Chimaev might be more athletic and more traditional in his style, but that awkward lanky man approach from DDP could be the difference maker. On the other hand, Bo Nickal strongly backed Chimaev, crediting his elite wrestling as a major advantage. He pointed out that wrestling continues to dominate MMA and referenced other top grapplers like Makhachev and Morab as examples. Even hot strikers, he noted, rely on strong wrestling foundations, and Chimaev fits that mold.
I just think the grappling style, I might be biased. I'm definitely biased, but I think the grappling style is so hard to beat, and it's so hard to defend against. And I guess if you look at it from an analytical point of view, you have so many. It's really become the dominant force in the sport. You got Marab, you got Islam, you got Bilal, you got Khamzat. You even have you can even look at Topuria. Obviously, people know he's more of a boxing style, and he does a lot more striking. But his background is wrestling. You know, he did that before anything else, and so it's really wrestlers that are dominating, grapplers that are dominating the sport right now, and so I think that I would give the edge.
Nickel did add a note of caution, pointing out that Chimaev hasn't yet proven himself in deep waters. He acknowledged Du Plessis' proven cardio and endurance in 5-round fights, suggesting that if the bout reaches the championship rounds, Du Plessis could have an advantage. However, despite this, Nickel still favors Chimaev overall due to his superior grappling control.
Fight a fourth and a fifth round. We've seen that from DDP, and so that's where he would have the advantage. You know, if it goes deep, fourth and fifth round, I think that DDP might be able to pull it out. But you know, all in all, I think the grappling style is.
Robert Whittaker praised Chimaev's wrestling, noting it's especially difficult to handle because of its combination of strength and technique. At the same time, he acknowledged that Du Plessis is extremely durable and tough to finish. Whittaker believes that if anyone can survive Chimaev's early onslaught, it's Dricus, thanks to his impressive stamina and composure under pressure.
DDP for next fight. Who do you think's going to walk away as the champion?
I don't see anyone really stopping Chimaev's takedowns. His takedowns are so hard to stop. Super high level. Can DDP drag it into those later rounds? Can he get through the first grappling exchanges and then start to capitalize on his just like persistence, like doggedness to go away? Honestly, if Chimaev can't get DDP out of there, DDP wins. DDP wins almost every fight. You can't get rid of it, right?
Kamaru Usman spoke from experience, explaining that Chimaev's early control is extremely difficult to escape, especially when he gets behind his opponent. His grip, strength, and relentless pressure can quickly overwhelm anyone. However, Usman questioned whether Chimaev can impose that same level of dominance against Du Plessis, whose unique style and size present a completely different challenge.
Round one is not easy to get off, and then he was able to sink that in, and that goes to show how strong of a squeeze this freak can do.
Could he pull that same style against Dricus Du Plessis?
Michael Bisping stated that Chimaev's clearest path to victory is securing an early finish. He reminded fans of Du Plessis' impressive record, 23 wins, just 2 losses, and an active 11-fight winning streak. Bisping also pointed out that this would mark Dricus' 3rd title defense and highlighted his major victories over Adesanya and Strickland. So guys, please subscribe to my channel for more updates and thank you.